Let's see. Okay, we're moving to the election of a new mayor. We have no new commissioners, so we're moving right into it pursuant to the Broward County Charter. I am now going to open the floor for nominations.
Mayor?
Commissioner Fisher.
Mayor Furr, it is indeed my pleasure to nominate our Vice Mayor, Mark Bogan, for the office of Mayor of Broward County. Our Vice Mayor was elected to Broward County Commission in January 2015. And during his tenure, he has served as our Vice Mayor in 2017 and 18, served as our Mayor in 2018 and 19, and this year served, of course, as our Vice Mayor in 24-25. Vice Mayor Bogan represents District 2, which includes Coconut Creek, Margate, Deerfield Beach, portions of Coral Springs, and a lovely city we call Pompano Beach. For those who have served with Vice Mayor Bogan, you have personally witnessed his passion for public service and his championship for Broward's Heart Test Program, which continues to literally save lives every single day. In addition to his dedication to health issues, he has co-sponsored an ordinance to ban the box for individuals applying for a job here in Broward County government. He's brought forth the PFAS issue and water testing at our water treatment plants, which has triggered modifications to our water systems. He has spearheaded the ultimate settlement of the Pompano Beach Northwest CRA community, allowing $10 million for its residential areas to improve slum and blight. He has supported the development of a scholarship fund to provide the last scholarship dollars to Broward County students attending Broward College. He brought forth an ordinance for stricter regulations for elevators to ensure our public safety, and exemptions for disabled first responders and their surviving spouses. He's brought and created a fraud protection program to give consumers a way to voice their concerns about potential scams and to connect victims with the necessary resources. And the list of accomplishments continues to grow every day. And of course, he is the only commissioner who has held season tickets for multiple years for our two-time Stanley Cup winners, the Florida Panthers. I have to get that in there. So it's great to call him a friend and a colleague. So again, I'm honored to nominate our Vice Mayor Bogan for the office of Mayor of Broward County.
Very good. All right. Do we have a second?
Second the motion.
We have a second to the motion. Are there any other nominations?
Nominations be closed. Second.
There's a motion the nominations be closed and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All those in favor of Commissioner Vice Mayor Bogan becoming the next mayor of Broward County? All those in favor? Aye. That passes 8-1. Yeah. Congratulations to our new mayor. Now I'd like to invite the Mayor-elect Bogan's family and friends to join him at the podium for the official swearing in. With the mayor-elect today is Kathleen Bogan, Mayor-elect Bogan's wife, Michael Bogan, the Mayor-elect Bogan's son, and his brother, Dr. Steve Bogan, who will be administering the oath of office.
And my sister-in-law, Dorit.
And sister-in-law, Dorit. Okay. Congratulations, Mayor Bogan.
Thank you.
Ready to take the oath?
Let's do it.
Okay, please repeat after me. I, state your name,
I, Mark Bogan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and government of the United States
and government of the United States
and of the state of Florida
and of the state of Florida
and the Charter of Broward County,
and of the Charter of Broward County,
Florida,
Florida.
that I am qualified to hold office
I am qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and the Broward County Charter,
and the Broward County Charter,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
perform the duties of mayor
perform the duties of mayor,
on which I am now about to enter.
which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Should we keep this? I think.
Congratulations, Mayor Bogan. As a tradition, here's the gavel. And the floor is yours.
You know, Mayor Beam Fur and I came at the same time. We were the lowest senior people with least priority, and now we're the senior people here, and we still don't get any respect. Anyway, thank you, Beam. You know, in the past, when someone becomes mayor, the typical thing to do is to talk about things they want to accomplish, the theme, and so forth. However, today I want to deviate a lot. And I've been working on a bunch of different things over the past 5 months to a year. So today I would like to take 10 to 15 minutes, and it's going to be about making a few announcements and a few thank yous. And so that's what I want to talk today about. And I'd like to start today and thank my fellow commissioners for allowing me the chance to serve as mayor. Thank all of you. I appreciate all of you doing that. Staying on the dais, I'd like to thank Monica and her staff for help and assistance and what I've been working on, which you'll hear what I've been working on. And I don't think many people realize we have a CEO here who is she's CEO of a multi-billion-dollar corporation, 7,000 employees, many departments, and at the same time, you have many commissioners coming at her, wanting different things. It's not an easy job. It's a tough job. Thank you for what you do. And then I want to also stay here at the dais. I want to thank someone who actually, and I don't know if we look at this right, but he actually states he's here to make sure we comply with the law and stay out of trouble. And when I want to do something, I'll call up Drew Myers and say, Drew, this is what I want to do. And Mark, no, you can't do it that way. You got to do it this way, or you can't do it. And it gets frustrating. But in reality, he's protecting us. And I don't know if we view it that way, but Drew is actually protecting us and making sure what we do complies with state and county law. He's there 24/7 like Monica. And thank you for everything you do, Drew, and your staff. And Renee, thank you, Renee. And Bob Melton, thank you. You're professional in all the audits you do and keeping us informed of everything on how our money is spent and how make sure everything is going according to contract. Thank you, Bob. Off the dais. Yeah. And he talks way too much, so I got to slow that down. I thank my staff, Ron Lickman, Sadie Taveras, and Ellie Baptiste. Where are you guys? Okay. Thank you, guys. And quickly going off the dais, just saying with some of the thank yous, I really have a great wife. I really do. Kathleen, she's a great wife, mother, partner. She puts up with me, so you got to figure that she's got to have something special. Thank you. Last time I was sworn in, my youngest was here. Now my oldest, Michael, is here. Thank you, Michael, for coming in. Mike, he's my oldest son. And my brother who flew in from Boston, great brother, and his wife, Dorit. Thank you both. You know, I got to go off script, if I can, if you guys don't mind. This is going to take a minute or two. I got to go off script because what I'm going to say actually can affect everyone in this room. Okay, and so I got to tell you why I'm so proud of my brother. I got to tell you this. He's look. He's going. Don't say anything. He's an MD, PhD, one of those smart guys. But what he's been working on, and this is as you all know, I've been involved with cardiac. He's been involved with cancer, and what he's working on can affect everyone in this room. And I'll do it real quick. So when people go for a biopsy. Okay, you go for a biopsy, you send it to a lab, your doctor sends it to a lab, and then that lab determines whether it's cancerous or not. But if it's cancerous, then the second thing happens, they have to determine what type of cancer it is. So if you have cancer A, you get treatment A. If you have cancer B, you get treatment B. But But what if they tell you have cancer B when you really have cancer A? So labs have a 10 to 30% error rate in determining, once you determine you have cancer, an error rate in determining what type of cancer you have, meaning you're getting the wrong treatment. My brother has come up with a invention supported by the National Institute of Health, funded by the National Institute of Health, FDA coming out next year, that will reduce that error rate from 10 to 30% to 1%. And so he's going to help save lives. Yeah. Thank you, Steve. You know, maybe he should be mayor.
Reconsider the vote. Bring it, Mayor. Send you up to Boston.
All right, enough with the thank yous for right now. As most people know, most of us are involved in so many issues, right? Homeless, food insecurity, affordable housing, recycling, solid waste, economic and business development, tourism, issues involving our airport and our seaport, transportation, our economic engine of the seaport, security for the public, on and on and on. We're involved in so many issues. But many of us, as Mayor just said, we have our passion on certain issues, right? We all have our passion on certain issues. One of my favorite issues has to do with health. And so 2 to 3 years ago, our commission supported an idea I came up with on this Broward Heart Project. And I want to let everybody know, and I'll tell you why, because I have something to announce on this. 7,000 people from our Broward Heart Project were scanned, all who had no symptoms, all who felt good. And out of 7,000 people, 4,000 of them needed help. Medication, open heart surgery, stents. We have helped the lives of 4,000 people from this Broward Heart Project. And an additional 350 people had other medical issues that had nothing to do with it because of that scan. And so the first thing I would like to announce, our commission at the last meeting unanimously approved a contract with Cleveland Clinic, which they will be now taking the lead with this program. They have a phenomenal reputation for cardiac care. And I want to just make sure to say hello. And Alex Espinoza and Dr. Ross are here from Cleveland Clinic. Where are you guys? So you got the Chief Medical Officer and Chief Operating Officer, and look forward to working with you. But what I'm really proud today is to announce is that the Florida Panthers Foundation, and really is the Viola family, have agreed to donate $1 million over a 5-year period to help fund the continuous free scans. And so what I'd like to do is thank Vinny Viola and Michael Viola. Where are you guys? Will you guys? It's Travis, I'm sorry, I didn't even know you were here. Thank you, Travis. And I keep going on. I see Rob Stevenson and your whole group. Thank you guys for being here, the Panthers staff. You know, everyone I think needs to know here that how much the Viola family has given to our community. Their philanthropic and charitable giving is second to none. They have changed so many lives and helped so many charities here in Broward County. I believe we're lucky to have a partnership with them and fortunate that, that they're involved with Broward County. Again, thank you so much to the Viola family. So also, I'm going to get off this topic real quick, and that is another public company that works around the country called HeartFlow is here. They wanted to get involved in our program. They provide an analysis of these scans. Once a person has a scan, they provide analysis to determine if there's any damage going further down into the arteries or blood flow. I'm not an expert in it, but their scans have helped people, and I want to thank HeartFlow for staying involved and being involved with our program. Thank you, HeartFlow. As I said, we had 4,000 people that have been helped. We have one person here today on behalf of the 4,000 who flew in here that wants to, on behalf of the 4,000, would like to thank this commission. He's played Major League Baseball for 17 years, stayed in great shape, always in phenomenal shape, and he wants to tell you for 60 seconds his quick story. Can I see this? You might recognize him on the video for 7 seconds. Here's his 200th hit. This is Steve Sachs from the Dodgers.
There it is. 2
Steve, where are you, Steve? Come on up here. Steve, you got 60 seconds.
Thank you. I wish I could still hit like that. But thank you for having me today. My name is Steve Sachs, and I'm just here to say thank you to all the commissioners. I'd like to take just a second to tell you my brief story. So I played Major League Baseball for 17 years. And when I played, I always tried to stay in great physical shape. Since leaving baseball, I've tried to continue staying in that great physical shape. In this year, I've been doing martial arts like I have since I was 22. I've always had a healthy diet. I've took care of myself and really just kept my health number one. So I know this Mark Bogan guy, and every year he would come down to the Dodger Spring Training Fantasy Camp in Arizona. And so this summer I was taking a short trip to Florida, and I called Mark and told him that I was going to be in town. Mark asked me if I would take this heart test, but I responded that I'd always been in great shape, I eat healthy, and I work out extensively. I believe that I did not need the test. After all, I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever. So after he kept being a pain in the neck and trying to persuade me, I decided to take the test before I went back to California. As a matter of fact, I believe one of our doctors is here today, Dr. Niederman, that also was able to view my test that day. And since I went back to California, I was advised after the test that I needed to see my doctor immediately. And to my shock and my surprise, I learned that I was 95 to 99% blocked in my 4 major arteries. I was told I needed open heart surgery and a quadruple bypass immediately. So about 5 months ago, I had open heart surgery. The bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen. That test saved my life. I was told that if I didn't get the test, I would probably have had a major heart attack sometime soon. And while Mark Bogan may have come up with this project, it would be nothing without the support and the funding of this commission. So I'm here to say to all of you commissioners, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and for the funding. Without your support for this project, there would be nothing. So thank you for saving my life. I also want to thank the Viola family for supporting this program as well. It's going to save thousands of lives. And ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I want to share this personal issue with you as well. My dad, my father, John, in 1983, died of the same affliction in June 10th, 1983. My surgeon told me that I could have my surgery on either June 9th or June 10th. I chose June 10th because I was able to change the narrative in my family of death to a sense of renewment, because now I've been renewed and I've been able to change that whole idea about June 10th. Thank you so much for having me today.
So, Steve, thank you on behalf of the 4,000 other people who've been helped in some way. And then I also want people to understand that there's 350 people additionally that arteries were clear, but they found something else. And so I have one couple, all they want to talk about is something to make everyone realize how incredible this test is. Can we just show it, 60-second video, to show Barry and Amy Smith?
Hi, I'm Barry. This is my wife, Amy. We felt fine. We went for the free heart scan, had no symptoms, but they found when they did this free heart scan, our hearts were fine. However, we got a call that my wife had a spot on her lung. And thank God we did this test because it turned out to be stage 1 lung cancer. And she had no symptoms at the time, and we would have never known about it until she had symptoms, and it probably would have been way too late. So with that, she went for more tests, and it was discovered that it was cancerous, and she had it removed, and now she's cancer-free, and she's doing fine. And if we didn't go for this test, I probably wouldn't have her anymore. She probably would have passed away. So we're so happy we went for this test. So what I'm saying is,
Go for it.
go for these tests, because
Could save your life. It did mine. It saved my life.
Yeah.
Could save your life just as well.
you never
Go for
know.
it.
These
Painless, does not hurt at all. It's easy, and I'm a baby, and I don't like to go for these tests, and I went. So you can go too.
certainly recommend going, even if you feel fine, because it saved our lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, I want to thank the commission for supporting this. We are really saving lives every day. Getting a phone call from the hospital saying, hey, we saved another life today happens often. And so thank you all. Next announcement I'd like to talk about, now getting off health, has to do with food insecurity, homelessness in our county. It's so widespread everywhere. And the one thing that most people ask, if I ask anyone here, hey, what can you as an individual do to help feed somebody? Most people are going to say, you know, I work, I'm busy, I can't afford to feed people, the bills are getting high and costs are getting high. So what can one person do to help feed somebody? And so I came up with something called the Bread Promise. And it's a website called thebreadpromise.com. And what it is basically, I went to a local bakery, one of the largest bakeries, and I said, what's it going to cost? Can we hand that out? What's it going to cost to get a loaf of bread delivered? Not just buy a loaf of bread, but what's it going to cost to get a loaf of bread delivered? And I was told $5. Okay? I'm going to show you what we got from the bakery, and I'll show you why we're handing this out. Nan, you hungry? Okay, the bread is not stale. You could actually eat it. All right, let me tell you why I'm doing this. So the bakery said for $5, it's a big loaf of bread, $5 will be delivered to the homeless and to food pantries in Broward County. I contacted Dodie Keith. Is Dodie here? Right there. I contacted Dodie Keith, who was on the board of the Broward Partnership for the Homeless. It's a 501c3. So our website, so if somebody wants, one person wants to give, one person wants to make a difference and provide a loaf of bread for $5, you can go on the website. It gives one person. It's not going to solve the hunger crisis, but it's a step. So one person can say they can afford $5. It's a loaf of bread. It's going to be delivered. The money, all the 100% of the money goes first to Dodie Keith's nonprofit, and then on to the bakery. No administrative fees are taken. And so if someone wants to do $10, it's 2 loaves. $20, I'm committing personally 100 loaves a month. 100 times 5 is $500 a month. The baker said that they're going to match what I'm committing. That's 200 loaves now a month. And then we're going to offer it out to the community. So if one person wants to do something, they can't say, hey, what can I do? I can't afford. For $5, you can get a loaf of bread to the homeless shelters and to the food pantries here in Broward County. And we could show that graphic. This is what the website looks like. And it's called Fresh Bread. It's called The Bread Promise. Boom. So we covered health, we covered the most vulnerable for food, and lastly, I want to just talk about something that I feel has been being here for 10 years. Being here for 10 years, the one thing we don't get a lot is for our business community. I don't sometimes feel I get a lot of input from the business community. Certainly we get calls from businesses. So I spoke to Tim Petrillo, I spoke to of the workshop, Bob Swindell of the Alliance, and Dan Lindblade from the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber to start, and we're going to expand. I wanted to create something called the Broward Business Council. commissioners can come and get involved if they want, where they can give input every quarter. I want to hear of what we can do, what can the commission do to help business, new business, existing business, and so and hopefully that thing would grow with businesses and other interests to give us input. And so that's another thing that I thought would be interesting as serving as mayor is what I would like to do. At our next meeting, I'd like to be announcing a few more things. But with that said, I appreciate your time and your patience listening to what I wanted to do.